Polyandry is a system where one woman marries many men. From a layman's point of view, that to the ears sound strange or out of the normative. But for me to be able to break it down easily for you, another way to look or understand this system of marriage in today's world, which in the ancient times I can categorically say was a needed system to be able to tackle the kind of problem that era was facing, which still persists till today really, which is fertility. In order for you to understand the system of polyandry better, look at it from a point of view of fertility and economics. Economics in terms of shortage. And when I say shortage, I mean shortage of women in this aspect. Because that's one of the reasons this system was used in the ancient times. Because there were shortages of women, men outnumbered women. Since there was need for these men to be married, they could only share one woman amongst themselves. So I also find out that it was used to control the population at that time. We can as well look at it from the point of view of sperm donors, because that's essentially what polyandry was created for. So there was more chances for the woman to be able to procreate, because if you look at the system in-depthly, you will see that since all these men are married to this woman, it gives the woman a better chance of getting pregnant. Hello everyone, welcome back to Breakage Barriers. If this is your first time here, my name is Blessing, aka Lady B. I'm sure if you're already subscribed, you will know what I do on this platform. But if you're not, I talk about culture in general, pertaining specifically to Africa, in order to understand better the ancient practices of the African culture, which one to keep and which one to do away with. So if husband A does not pregnate her, then there's a better chance for husband B to pregnate her, or there's a better chance for any of the husbands to pregnate her. And that's the same system that is being used today when it comes to sperm donation, because these days we have sperm bank, whereby men could easily walk into hospitals and donate their sperms, you see. And so any woman in society who is finding it difficult to have children can easily walk into that sperm bank, buy the sperm, and use it for fertility. In other words, procreation. It's the same system that is being done today, but the only difference is that there's no contact between the woman and the several men. Because most of these women who walk into sperm bank get several, chances to try getting pregnant through all these choices of sperms that has been donated. So this is the easiest or better way, shall I say, to understand why polyandry was practiced in some cultures. And when we're talking about culture, I also found that, which is not of any surprise to me really, that polyandry was actually not or never had been part of the African ancient culture. It never originated from the African culture. It was foreign to the African culture. But of course, there are few African countries who do practice polyandry. One of these few ones, in addition to the ones I mentioned in my previous video, are Gabon. In fact, in Gabon specifically, polyandry is still currently legal. And polyandry is also practiced in countries like Zimbabwe and Kenya. But in these other two African countries, which is Zimbabwe and Kenya, polyandry is not legal, which is not really surprising because it works against the original ancient African culture. It's not part of African culture to be polyandrous. It's a marriage system that was imported to Africa. And this marriage system did not get imported to Africa via colonization, but probably via immigration. Maybe people from those countries where polyandry was commonly practiced immigrated to Africa. And of course, where immigration happens, cultures also are part of this immigration. So you see people who leave their country to go to another country also carry on their cultures. So I think this is where the influence of polyandry came about in Africa. Polyandry is only common in some Asian countries, not all. Some parts of China, Tibet, and some other countries in Asia. So polyandry was a system that was bettered to control the economics of childbearing, where infertility was a problem. As you watch, don't forget to press that red button down there to subscribe, and alongside it the notification bell so you can watch more videos from this channel and get yourself educated. There are two types of polyandry. The two types are fraternal polyandry and the non-fraternal polyandry. The first one, which is fraternal polyandry, is the type of polyandry where when a woman is married to a particular man and then the man becomes deceased, the woman becomes automatically the wife of the deceased brothers. So for example, if the deceased husband happens to have 2 brothers, 5 brothers, 10 brothers, these brothers automatically becomes the woman's husbands. So the woman becomes a kind of inheritance. For this type of polyandry, I've actually seen some traces of this type of polyandry in some parts of Africa. The difference is that only one of the brothers inherits the wife of the deceased brother. If that next brother becomes deceased as well, then the next brother in line will marry the woman as a wife. This is the system that is found in the Christian Bible as well. The second type of polyandry is the non-fraternal type of polyandry. This type of polyandry is the commonly known type of polyandry where a woman marries many husbands, but these husbands are not fraternally related but are from different families. The husbands are not biologically related. So those are the two types of polyandry. Taking a deeper look at this system of marriage, I could understand why this was accepted in the ancient times, which is going to lead us to the next upcoming video, whereby I will be discussing the advantages and disadvantages of polyandry in the ancient society. Thank you very much for listening and watching. I'll get to see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye. Bye.